Okay then, Helldivers, we are back and we've got loads to go over today, as it appears that the Killzone announcement yesterday was the only one we were bound to receive, as the Game Awards has come and gone and no Helldivers announcement. We've got loads to look into today, as we've got to break a load of that sort of stuff down, and we've also got a message coming from Johan Pielerstadt with regards to a prototype of a roguelite mode. This is wild to me, but we're going to dive into everything you guys need to know with regards to that today. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful like button and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. Make sure you check out our incredible sponsor, GamerSubs, the company that offer esports athletes and gamers alike with the most effective and healthy energy drink option. We've now got our own sugar-free tinned alternatives. The link's down in the description. Use code CloudPlays at checkout for a cheeky discount. And we're giving away some super credits here on the channel. If you want to get involved with that, it's very simple. Head down into the comment section and put some eyes in the comments, because something tells me it's still not over yet. We'll announce that one in a few days' time, but with that being said, let's dive into the game and see what's happening right now in the world of Helldivers 2. So starting off, the Game Awards actually happened last night, of which point Helldivers 2 was actually nominated for 2 categories: Best Ongoing Game and Community Support. I know, the Community Support one wilded me out as well. Nonetheless, Best Ongoing Game unfortunately went to No Man's Sky, although well deserved. Helldivers across the globe would have been extremely disappointed. And the second category we were entered in for with Community Support, unsurprisingly, went to Baldur's Gate 3, another loss in the bucket for Helldivers 2. Now, that is obviously a shame, and it went through to the rest of the show actually happening. People wondering if there was going to be yet another announcement with regards to Helldivers 2, like we received last year, where John Helldiver himself came out and led the charge in the battle for democracy. And unfortunately, earlier on in the day, Shams Jorjani stated, as somebody asked, will I be sharting my pants during this Game Awards? Only if you time it with a bathroom break without taking your pants off. Essentially, in so many words, he pretty much told you guys that nothing was going to happen. There was no pant sharting that was going to appear. And lo and behold, no announcement, no nothing actually happened. Now, Baskinator and Mitchimus were actually at the event, and the only sort of like statement we've had off of them was from this one right here by Baskinator, stating, definitely not about the winning for sure. Being nominated, going to the show, that's enough for me. Total once-in-a-lifetime experience. Now, first off, I'm really glad that they had a great time over at the Game Awards, although it is kind of about the winning. I know that it's a really, really big achievement to be nominated, but the whole idea of the awards is that we kind of wanted to win them. So I'm really glad that they had a great time. Unfortunately, it appears that a lot of Helldivers actually stayed up to watch the Game Awards, expecting something, receiving nothing. Little bit of a strange one for sure, but let me know what you guys are thinking of the Game Awards and whether you stayed up to watch it late last night. I think it was an interesting one, that's for sure. A lot of really good games on the horizon. Moving forward from that, though, we've got to dive into the game before we get into Johan Pielerstadt's statement, which was wild for the record, as we've received a new major order after failing the latest one. The failure message that we received yesterday states right here that the operation to wrest control of the magma planets has failed. Though some of the automatons industry has been annexed, their exploitation and thievery continues largely unobstructed. The revelations from the secured facilities are disturbing. The automatons are extracting significant quantities of high-grade platinum. This rare metal is highly durable and exponentially resistant to corrosion, and could be used to create new weapons of war, aka tanks. We want the tanks. Additionally, the automatons are synthesizing large amounts of some kind of organic plasma, likely made from the bodies of innocent, hardworking, attractive civilians. All Helldivers should find themselves driven to rage by this information. They are advised to reread the preceding paragraph until such feelings arise. The automatons will not be allowed to perpetuate these horrific crimes upon democracy. Our citizens will claim their freed forges and secure the minerals they sought to steal from us. Which naturally led into a brand new major order, and I'm going to spoil it before I read it out. It's exactly the same as last week. Yeah, that's what kind of gave me the hope of some sort of rogue announcement at the Game Awards last night. Unfortunately, it didn't happen to be the case. The new major order briefing stated right here, attempts to liberate magma planets have met with limited success. Automaton schemes in affected sectors persist, and, more vitally, the resources required to deliver the next chapter of freedom remain scarce. Spearheaded by the Ministry of Expansion, High Command has initiated a trailblazing strategy to ensure our benevolent Federation never lacks room for growth. Operation Free Space. To launch this project, High Command has ordered the construction of the Pandora Base, a top-secret foundry dedicated to the ultimate evolution of the Democracy Space Station. Pandora Base will develop the next-generation galactic defense technologies central to Operation Free Space. Construction will utilize a workforce of millions of legally mandated volunteers from the center of the confinement of dissidents, offering its populace the means with which to regain their citizenship and their voting rights. The Helldivers are ordered to hold a foyer bay and liberate and hold all remaining magma planets. To secure supply lines and workforce transport shuttles, failure will result in the project delays and reduced atonement opportunities for those who need them most. Now, this is absolutely huge for me personally, because taking a look at the Galactic War map, we can see right here that our major order is exactly the same as last week, but a foyer bay is now obviously on the clock. So we still have to liberate K and we have to liberate Mox, which is extremely odd to say the least, because essentially it's a complete replica of exactly what we saw from the last week, meaning that you guys have still got to get those magma planets lifted. It appears that we may well have had to have finished that one as a positive, and I think they actually expected us to win that one overall. A very surprising one, and one that I did think that was not going to happen, but it appears they are forcing us to make that win. I don't really understand what's going on with the MOs at the moment. It's really confusing, but a lot of people think it's leading to an APC. So if it does that, then I'll be bloody positive, that's for sure. And we managed to miss the news with all of the war bond drops and everything happening over the last few days. So if you guys haven't gone ahead already, make sure you go and check out the new cape that we've actually got. It runs really well with the cheese diver armor set, that's for damn sure. And for some reason it's called Against the Tyrant Cloud. Well, it's not great advertisement for me, but for the Gloom Cloud it looks absolutely incredible. So make sure that you log in and get a hold of this one. It looks pretty damn cool, although just make sure that you don't think that that cloud is actually me. I'm not a tyrant, man. I'm not a tyrant. And moving forward, we've got some news coming in from Johan Pielerstadt for the first time in a very long time, I may add, as he actually appeared with the other three production directors, and they all were talking about the new arcs moving forward. Now, oddly, somebody put in a bit of a rogue message. Do you see what I did there? You'll understand it in a moment. He put in a bit of a rogue message saying that they thought they'd throw out an idea of Into the Gloom. I think it would be pretty awesome to have a short roguelike endless mode where we fight waves and waves or keep completing objectives on the same map, which would be absolutely awesome. It's a horde shooter, it fits the narrative, and a different mode would be incredible, right? Well, Pielerstadt actually stated that a prototype of a roguelite mode is already in the game. It changes the game fundamentally. They've already got a prototype for it. Is that just what the game could have originally been like, or is that where it could be going moving forward? Is this content that they just are due to release, or were never looking at releasing? I have no idea, but the idea of a roguelite mode to me sounds absolutely incredible, and I am so here for the zombie style wave after wave after wave after wave, and see how far you can get into it. I want to know what you guys are thinking, and if you would actually play this roguelike mode, I think that it would do really well. And Johan, if you are watching this, my friend, please bring that to fruition. I think it would do absolutely incredibly. Now, while we talk about your comments, hit in the comment section, make sure you make something relevant down there, and the top voted will make its way into the top comments for the next video, because we've got the ones from the previous video coming up now, where we announced the free Killzone War Bond officially finally being here, which I am so glad that they've finally done that one. It's been a very long time coming, so for those of you guys who haven't had the Killzone gear, you can now unlock that one as of next week. Nonetheless, the top comment right here states, I'm just glad that they rectified it in some type of way. We can finally move on from the Killzone to another collaboration in the future. 110%. And I think that they generally release about one per year. So hopefully next year we come up with a really cool collab idea. I think that they've got some really good things in the books and in the works, and I believe that they genuinely do have some really cool ideas when it comes to collaborations. This next one states right here from CTM, finally, I wasn't around for this the first time around, my FOMO can now be at ease, 110%. And for those of you guys who are on Xbox, you'll now get to finally witness the Killzone hype around that version. I think it's really, really cool, and I really like what they did with it originally. The weapons, they are a little bit more on the niche side, and you may enjoy some of them, but the armor sets, they just go hard no matter how old they get. And this final one right here coming from Nathanlos states, small note, the AC1 Dutiful is actually a medium armor set. I've been using it consistently since it came out. I never take this thing off. Great vid as always. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Nath. Appreciate you a lot. 100%. The article actually stated that the armor set was a heavy armor set, which is really, really weird as to how they got that typo wrong. But yes, the armors are probably the one thing inside of them Warbond that you genuinely want to get your hands on. So if anything, that'll be where the money's worth. That's my personal opinion. Let me know if you guys are going to be getting the Warbond when it drops next week, and if you're excited for its final return. Unfortunately, that's all we got time for today, guys. If you haven't already, smash that like button and subscribe with post notifications turned on. Thanks again for watching. Appreciate your faces. We're going to be live all day today, so stay tuned to the channel. Make sure that you don't miss it. Thanks again for watching, and as always, up until the next time, I'll see you in the clouds.